first warning came long before they ever set foot in the woods. Marcus noticed it first, the GPS glitching out 3 miles from the trailhead. At first, he just smirked, brushing it off as poor reception. But deep down, all 3 of them, Marcus, Sarah, and Ben, felt the shift in their stomachs that something wasn't right. Blackwood Preserve, that was their destination. A place so remote, so untouched by human hands, that some whispered it stayed that way for a reason. Local legends spoke of hikers who wandered in and never wandered out. Paper flyers, faded and rain-stained, still hung from bulletin boards, bearing smiling faces that had been missing for years. They laughed it off while packing weeks earlier, but none of them were laughing now. By the time they reached the trail, the forest looked wrong. The sky above was a dull gray, yet beneath the canopy, the woods drank every drop of light until only shadows remained. The air was thick with silence, too silent. No birds, no buzzing of flies, only their footsteps crunching across a floor of brittle, lifeless leaves. Then came the compass, a brand new one in Marcus's pocket. Its needle spun madly, refusing to settle on true north. That silence pressed tighter against them the deeper they went. Trees twisted into unnatural shapes, scarred with markings that looked less like bark and more like symbols. Some carved deep, others gouged high up on the trunks, too high, too wide for bears or any animal they knew. Even Sarah, the skeptic of the group, began to shiver when her fingers brushed the grooves. They were fresh, too fresh, when they stumbled onto the clearing by the still, black pond. Twilight had already smothered the last hint of sunlight. They pitched their tents quickly, but the unease never left. The pond bothered Sarah most of all. Its glassy surface reflected nothing, not the sky, not the trees, not even the dim shimmer of their flashlights. And for the first time, she noticed something else. "Where are the bugs?" she whispered. "There should be mosquitoes, gnats, something." Nothing. The forest was empty, or worse, waiting. Night fell suddenly, like a curtain pulled tight around them. Their small fire popped and hissed, but its meek glow barely reached the tree line. Then it began. Thumpy, 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 the sound of something huge moving through the trees. Too heavy, too deliberate, slowly circling over and over, like a predator testing the edge of firelight. Marcus swept his flashlight toward the sound. For an instant, he saw it massive, upright, gliding between the trunks. Too tall, too broad. It vanished the moment the light caught it. Sarah's voice cracked. "We need to go now." But when they tried, the trail was gone. The very path they hiked in on was no longer there. Just walls of tangled brush, as though it had never existed. The woods had swallowed it. The thumping drew closer, followed now by breathing wet, guttural breathing that echoed from all directions. Heavy, labored, hungry. Ben's flashlight scanned the dark. Dozens of eyes glimmered back. But these weren't the curious eyes of deer. They were too cold, too human, and yet not human at all. "The pond," Marcus hissed. "We follow the water out." They ran to the shore. But when their beams struck the black water, Sarah froze. Her scream died in her throat. Beneath the surface, faces stared up, pale, distorted, some fresh, their mouths still twisted in terror. Others bloated, half-rotted, eyes wide in a silent, eternal scream. Ben recognized one instantly. A face from a missing persons flyer he'd scrolled past online. "They're all here," he whispered. "Every one of them." Behind them, a branch snapped. Close, too close. And then Sarah saw it. The final horror. Their own reflections were no longer in the pond. Instead, their faces stared back at them from beneath the surface, panicked, distorted, already sinking beneath the glass-dark water. The forest wasn't just a place. It was a predator. The missing paths, the vanished signal, the circling footsteps. It was never coincidence. It was the trap. A trap hammered into perfection by centuries of feeding. When the thing finally emerged from the tree line, they stopped breathing. No words could capture what it was. A shape of bark and shadow and beast all fused together. A living nightmare of the forest itself, as its hands or roots or claws reached forward. Sarah realized the truth too late. They had walked willingly into its domain. And just like all those before them, they wouldn't be leaving. The last thing they saw was their own faces sinking deeper into the pond, joining the countless others beneath the surface, eyes glassy with despair. And by morning, the clearing would be empty again, waiting, silent, hungry,